Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode. This is another episode concerning the NBA, concerning the Warriors. Clear it. We'll get right into it. So the Warriors yesterday they played Brooklyn Nets. They were up 18. They lost by 8. That is a 26 points turnaround. A couple of days ago, which team were they playing?
They were playing,
Spurs. Spurs
yes, the San Antonio Spurs.
up like 15 or 14, lost by 10.
Bro, way
It's a
bigger than
24-point
that.
turnaround. What is happening, Warriors? If you're losing to small teams, which teams are you going to beat? So, first, chasers, I didn't watch the games, definitely, but because I knew Warriors would win, because Warriors always beat small teams. But I watched the end of the Spurs games. Like,
I, I,
Warriors is struggling, my guy,
I
man. What is
think I
happening?
think let's start with the Spurs game, right?
Yeah, let's start
Uh,
with that.
it was a back to back, right? When they just came from
Nah,
what
come
do
on.
you call it?
Remove that from the excuse, bro.
No, it's not exes. I'm saying it was a back to back, and the one of the reasons why I think they lost it was because they didn't have Jonathan Kuminga, right? Because if you have him, you have three bigger players in the lineup because he's like 6'9", Wiggs is like 6'9", Transaction 6'9", right?
Here
So
we go
you have a
again.
bigger lineup,
Bigger
right?
players, bro. I don't want
But
to know why they
listen,
lost.
listen,
I want to know why they
listen.
both on the lead, and
Let me
I don't know
finish.
why they lost because you're going to go into the whole. We didn't have this taller,
No,
he's
no, no, no,
shorter,
no.
he's
Listen,
faster,
Malcolm.
he's slower.
You gotta.
Bruh,
I didn't say some
that's,
when you were going off of the
that's
Lakers.
boring. I want
I
to
had a
know
lot to say.
why you bottled the lead. Why you bottle at
I
18
will
point
answer
lead?
that question. I'm coming up, right?
All right,
But
go on.
right, so it, when you look at the San Antonio Spurs and their size, obviously that's one of the reasons why Warriors would lose because they don't have anything to match that. But then you come to see last game they are playing against the Brooklyn Nets that didn't have Kim Thomas, that didn't have Cam Johnson, that didn't have Ben Simmons, that didn't have Nick Claxton. So all their big fours, if you will, and Dorian Finney-Smith wasn't there either. Five of their starters were not playing, and they had the lead, I think, up until the fourth, and they lost that thing, man. So
Like, what
this
happened?
is this is what happened, and this is just my take, right? You could have a whole different take. I think they are playing well that they did not expect to play well, so they become complacent, right? They get into the third quarter, oh, we're winning, or look at that, we're shooting, blah, 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 right? And then all of a sudden they're like, nah, we beat these ones, right? And now you've got Steph Curry chilling on the bench while the second unit is getting their butt kicked, right? And when you're a fan, you can't help but struggle, like, hey, man, get him back in the game, bro. Like, hey,
Yeah.
get him back in the game. Yeah. So the word is complacent because Dennis Schroeder kind of beat them like literally. He is dribbling the ball in front of you and he just goes by you. You're like, no, Draymond is gonna cover it up. Now he's got somebody in the corner, right? They were just sloppy, like, nah, we have this one, right? And that hurts you. You cannot take for granted any teams in the NBA. There is a reason why they still in the NBA. They are NBA players, but they were not playing like they're playing NBA players. They just, you remember how like the Celtics beat us, like benched their starters in the second half,
Yeah.
second quarter, right? That's what kind of happened. Like they were like, nah, we got it. Send in the
Like you
second
set your
unit.
foot
We
off
got a
like that.
rest. Bro, I was like, man, bro, just at least let him play the 8 minute mark. If he's Stephen Curry, bro, he can do some wonders.
Yeah, but are you surprised? Steve Kerr is like making these stubborn calls. Are you surprised? He clearly
Given
has a
how he's
history of making stubborn
so
calls.
okay, given the history, no. But given how he started with the first couple games of the season, I'm surprised because he's been doing well decision wise. I don't know what just happened yesterday in the San Antonio Spurs game, right? So I'm just like, hey man, are you somebody pissed you off or something, right? Because it was going so well and they had like success with the starters, right? But then all of a sudden you bring in the second unit, some of the guys are struggling, right? The chemistry is there, but they're playing hard. But they're just not going over the hump. Yeah, but you can say, oh, Jonathan Kumingo is your best player off the bench, so he wasn't there. But no, you have no excuse. They said their bench is deep. Let us see that. Let us see the deep team. Let us see the next man up, right? And then the other thing, man, let's come back here. Right. I get it. It's Draymond Green and Steph Curry, right? They've earned the benefit of the doubt given how much championship they've won and everything they've accomplished in their careers. But you can't tell me that you can have five turnovers in a row. In a row, if you are Draymond Green. Come on, man. What are you doing? Right, make the simple pass. And I get it. Steph Curry moves off the ball, so most of that he's then doing the passing stuff. But you gotta pass the ball. And then the other thing is they're struggling to shoot free throws.
Free throws. I didn't realize free throws is a big thing in the league, man. But
Bro,
now it's going to be a problem, bro. It's like meant to be automatic, but
but
no.
but like but like think about it, right? Like, some of the guys are not shooters. Draymond Green isn't a natural shooter. So by the time he gets on the line, he's like, no, I gotta get out of here and get back on
Even
defense.
Kevon
Right?
Looney, I saw him miss some free throws against the Spurs.
And
Looney.
even against the Nets last game, right? But look, man, it's just more like they need to keep their focus all through the game because if you already knew that we're gonna beat these small teams,
Yeah,
and
but
their first three quarters screams win until Steph Curry goes out and the other team keeps their starters because so their starters the way bench players because their other starters weren't playing. So the Warriors kept in the second unit and forgot that as much as the starters of this team were bench players, they wanted more, right? It's an opportunity for them to say, I can start too. If you give me an opportunity, right? So, and that's how they lost the game. The free throws has been a problem. I do think we have positives, regardless of how much we're losing. Andrew Wiggins looks like Andrew Wiggins from 2022.
he looks
So,
focused mentally
yeah, really focused. Yeah.
because Andrew Wiggins, bro, he always has this point in his season that he is like sort of like struggling more on the mental side than the physical side, but he's always been a good player. I think his prime
Number
was in
one peak,
2021.
big
He's
time.
always been great. But I guess I have to ask, yeah, you don't expect to lose against the Nets, especially with their starters out, and then you're leading by 18. Like the Brooklyn Nets, I mean, like, come on. And the fact that
Look,
you lost
man,
by
if it
eight,
was the Brooklyn Nets with Kim Thomas and Ben Simmons and Nick Claxton, I'm actually like, oh, they ain't too bad, right?
but
But then
Cam,
now all
Cam
these
is
guys
good
are
though.
all injured.
Cam, isn't Cam good? I think it's the Cam I know, Cam Thomas. He kind of
Yes,
is good.
that man is a bucket, bro.
That
Every
guy is
time he
good.
gets the ball, he ain't passing the road. Like he just gonna score
Yeah,
it.
he always plays
He
well
don't
against big
care,
teams.
bro. That's why I'm like, man, I don't know why we lost that game, but the focus, they gotta understand, like, hey, and Steph Curry came out after the game, and he was like, look, nobody is gonna hit the panic button. It's 2 games, 2 stinky games. Are we gonna take this one, flash it in the toilet, and get back and play another game? I think against OKC, but bro, when you start losing games like this, it's gonna hurt you in the long run, right? But if you can start these wins against the smaller teams, you get to a point where you get more margin for error when it comes to losing to big teams, right? But if you're losing these, it's gonna hurt you because you don't expect to go win in Cleveland, in Boston. You're not expected because they know these teams are better, right? You can win and everybody gonna applaud you, but you're not expected to. So win what you're expected to win, which is the Nets and the Spurs and all that. But then when you get into these Cavs, we're gonna let it slide. We won't even speak about it because we knew we either way you wouldn't have beaten them, right? Because they're better, right? And if you can beat these smaller teams, you give yourself a chance to stay in the race for the playoffs. And in a 7 game series, well, Boston, Cleveland, I'm betting on the Warriors, right? Just simply because what they've done in the past. So, you know, but if you've been paying attention, what do you think are the positives for the Warriors?
I've not been paying attention, to be honest. But yeah, I think you guys have played well. I mean, there's not so many, there's not you have to the saying says you have to beat what's in front of you, and I think you guys even if you've been beating like lottery teams, like you've done well because last year you guys seem to struggle against everyone, like whichever team it was. Even the wins were hard by they were coming hard by, but from what I'm looking at, I think Curry is playing well, but he's not really having an offensive production as we normally associate him with. I mean, Curry used to produce at least 30 points per game every game, but now he's like underperforming, and I don't know if it's because he's producing less minutes. But yeah, I think they're playing well. I watched the ending to the Spurs game though. Because I saw a notification that Warriors is losing, bro. I'm like, wait a minute, I just saw them up like for 14 points like a couple minutes ago, and now I just have to say that like in this modern NBA, bro, modern era of NBA, bro, even if you have 20 points, bro, you gotta keep your foot on the gas until like there are only 2 minutes left. That's when you like can change it out because now the 3 point shooting has come. Now you know why I have a now question on Sharp. Um, the only reason now why like 20 points are not big leads anymore is because and 10 points were like a big lead like back then in those days.
Yeah.
Like those days, like you're leading by 10, you've won the game, even if it's the second quarter. Like there's no you're not winning the game. It's because people would barely shoot threes. People would only shoot threes like when the clock is running down, like third quarter is in coming to one end, second quarter is coming to one end, like those threes like 2 for 1. Or like when the seconds, like basically when the shot clock is running down, or like the game clock is running down. Otherwise, everyone free throws, jump shots, mid ranges, or like dunks in on the paint. But now people are running on transition to go to the 3 point line. Like you're running to attack, and then you go to the 3 point line. Like that's how
Hey,
bad it is.
no, literally, the 3 point line has become a layup now.
I swear, like now, that's how people. That's how now, 20 point leads, bro. You're up 18, three back to back threes. You're already down. You're already nine. It's already a 9 point game, and 9 points is like a normal game. Now you're back in the ball game. So you say that you are a bit complacent, but yeah, you gotta keep your foot.
Yeah.
And I know it always happens to Lakers, bro. But the thing is that Lakers, whenever we're always like up big, somehow we always close out the game in the end of the fourth quarter. It is really the games when we are chasing the games that we struggle like to come out of the game with a win. But whenever we're up big points, we always like come out of that quarter and let the team come back in like 2 points. Sometimes even take the lead when we're up like 20 points. I mean, there was a game we recently played. Recently, we were like up by 22, and then the next I went to shower. I came back. We're down 5. I was like, what is happening? Luckily, we won the game. Because LeBron came to life. LeBron is having like a good season. I'm shooting the 3 point line, but we came to life. But now you gotta keep your foot on the gas because teams like Celtics, bro. These guys, they see. I think I don't know Celtics, bro. I don't know. There's not so much you can say about the Celtics, but talk about it. Warriors plays the Celtics. When you But there's always this if assumptions. But let's stop ifing. Let's actually wait for the games. Because Warriors Celtics games are gonna be good from now on, and I don't think any team will have an 18 point game like leader. It's gonna be tight. It depends on your shot making,
Yeah.
but give the Warriors credit for the games they won before and the past 2 games. You said you guys have the Thunder next. Yeah, that's probably going to be a
I
loss. The
think we
Thunder
do. Yeah,
playing
I think we
well.
do have the Thunder.
Thunder is playing is balling, man. The Thunder is balling. Thunder is balling. So that's probably
I
another
mean,
loss.
look, well, I do think I'm not gonna say we might, but we're playing Dame today at 10 p.m. at home.
Yeah,
So I'm looking at a bounce back team, and you're at home, you're feeling good, you just lost, you wanna win. Probably it's a good motivation for you.
yeah. I mean, we talked about in November where you're having like an easy schedule, but now if you look at their December schedule, it's other teams. I mean, winning
It's
records. I
good.
mean, you're playing Thunder, Suns, Nuggets, Rockets. Rockets are playing well as well. Timberwolves as
Yeah.
well. even if Timbers are not really playing like last year, they're not like that good, but they're still a good team. They still have good
So
players. They're playing Grizzlies. You know, Grizzlies Warriors is always a battle.
oof,
Lakers,
it's gonna
Clippers,
be good.
Clippers, Clippers again, Clippers.
Okay,
Then you have
so this
Cubs
is when it
and
comes
Cubs.
like every other team, I'm taking a chance on the win, but the Clippers I can count that off
They were
already.
clear.
Like it's
Clippers
just
were-
not, it just doesn't work for us.
Bro, the thing about Clippers is that even if the whole starting five is out, they somehow win the Warriors. But like somehow, like you're like, whoa,
It's like
what is
Lakers
going on?
Denver. It's crazy.
Yeah, like bro, we only beat Denver in the playoffs once. I remember because we lost 4-1, but since then we haven't won them. I even like as Sacramento, like Sacramento was like owning us until like recently when like we played well. But you know the Denver game I want to speak about. That game has had Anthony Davis's like MVP hopes because he was like getting high, but now Jokic comes into Lakers house. Anthony Davis doesn't like drop a very good game, and Jokic drops like a masterclass, and you know that is hurting like AD, and now Giannis is playing way better. Like Giannis, like he's dropping that he has the most points per game in the league. Obviously Jokic is up there, and now Jason Tatum is also playing well, so he may end up finding himself in fourth after the Nuggets game. I feel like AD needed to come out that Nuggets game and really show that he's the new guy. But the fact that we lost and again he didn't play so well and Jokic played well, that hurt his hopes. Yeah, that hurt his hopes. But as I said, he was not going to win MVP. But we need that. We need the DPOI. But it just seems that this year he's impacted his offense more, and his defense is kind of relaxed.
And
And
the
last year he
defense.
was, last year he was giving at least 4 blocks and 12 rebounds a game. And with less points, with like 28 points. So yeah, as I said, now I think it's more on the offense. Maybe it's like a JJ Redick tactic, but I hope he plays well at the end of the day. And he's a big time player. He's like an all star for us. As I said, Lakers is Anthony Davis and LeBron, but he'll play well. We just need other guys to play well. But we need to start
I
beating the
mean,
Nuggets real quick, bro. Because these Nuggets are not good, bro. These chicken nuggets, they're not good. They're
okay.
not good, bro.
If we beat the Clippers the coming game, you're betting the Nuggets the coming game. But I don't see none of that happening. It's just meant to
We'll
be.
beat the
But look,
Nuggets.
man, staying on the
Staying on the
stars
NBA.
and who can beat who.
Yeah, Claire, I don't quite understand brother format. Apparently now, first of all, guys, if you're an NBA fan, please don't watch the All-Star game. Please don't. Use those 2 hours to do
Okay,
something
this year
else.
you can. This year I
Please
think you
don't.
can, man.
Last year, if you saw what happened last year, you would have vomited. Bro, the
I
game had a
did.
total of 397 points. 200. Like, how do you score 200 in an NBA game? Anyways, this year's format is apparently it's like a pickup style tournament. Like, there's apparently two semifinals, and then there's 3 teams of 8 people, and then there's a final versus like a rookie. I don't kind of understand it. So what is going on? What's happening?
I think I'm just gonna read what Shams, the NBA insider, kind of wrote. It's he says that, well, it's gonna be, and look, I don't like this part, that it's, it's like a, what do you call it, a pickup style, because it kind of diminishes the whole All-Star game
Yeah,
vibe if you call it a pickup, like, but it's gonna be 4 team tournament style, and you will have 2 semi-final games played up to 40 points, with the winners advancing. So 2 teams will play, and the other 2 teams will play, and the winners would advance to the finals matchup. That would only be 25 points. So the moment you shoot 25 points, you
bro.
win.
Jason Tatum has scored just
And
eight threes. You already up 24. Eight threes and you already up 24.
I
So
mean, if they're shooting this many threes, I don't know, man, how this
the game will
works.
be short.
But also,
It'll be like 2 minutes if there's no defense, bro.
but also
two
there's the
minutes the
whole
game will
thing
be
of
done.
like pickup games where the winner moves to the championship round in a single elimination play. I'm like, I don't even. But like, it's a whole breakdown of.
Wait,
I,
hold
I
up,
can't read you
hold
the
up.
whole thing. It's really big.
hold up. So you're saying there will be four teams, and then two semifinals, and then the winner A versus winner B is like a final, and then if you win the final, like you've won the All
Yeah,
Star, is that right? But then where did the whole rookie thing come
yeah.
from?
So that's where the things are not clear because they don't actually say that this will be like a one-time event where these like games are going on and then taking on the finals, or would it be in 2 days or 3 days separately? But I think they say it's still being discussed. I don't think it's final. So
But hold up. If it's going to be four teams, how many? Eight players each. That is 32 players, 32 All Stars. That's a high number. That means even I can get into the All Stars, which is which is a detriment to the NBA. 32 players is crazy. But I was seeing like from first take clips that the new NBA All-Star format is like a disgrace. This is on the players. The NBA is trying their best to make it competitive, and all that. But they just need we just all we need is a little bit more. Like you gotta play some defense. Like these guys play defense in exhibitions in the summer than what they play in the All-Star game. Apparently because they're scared of being injured, bro. Like I don't get that excuse, bro. Like you can't say scared of getting injured. We're not asking you to play like a game seven or like a playoff game, but you gotta show us something. You gotta show us something. Yeah, after last year, I was like, nah, nah, nah. If only you only have to watch like the dunk. And even the dunk contest is now a joke. The dunk contest because Jalen Brown was dunking over Kai Senat. Kai Senat. Kai is 5 feet 4, and he was seated, bro. So it's only like the 3 point shooting contest that is like really a thing. Man.
I
Yes,
mean,
I'm saying.
also Sham say that there is lots of talks of getting Clay Thompson and Caitlin Clark, or Damian Lillard and Caitlin Clark to come and do. So after Steph and Sabrina, they might return and then have two more other players from the W and the NBA shoot threes. That would be Caitlin Clark with
And that would
no
be fun. You know what I'm
any
saying?
competition.
Because
Yeah, it
because
would
the
be
Oscar,
fun, really.
it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah,
It's a
but
joke.
also I don't know, man. These are still
Well,
like all stories. They are not facts. They're
oh,
not really
oh,
final.
I don't understand. There was something like rookie, like something like a rookie versus finals thing here. Or is that like a different thing as well?
I think they're trying. They didn't mention it in the article, but I think they're trying to spice up the Rocky game and put it during the actual All Star time because they thought that it was more competitive than the other All Star event. So they want to get that competitiveness out to the people during the actual game. But I don't quote me on this. I gotta double check this, and we can, always come back and discuss it later.
Hold up, I want to show you guys something. So actually, okay, let's wait 15 seconds because I don't have YouTube Premium. But yeah, I was seeing it's something like semifinals, but again, three teams. Hold up, let me show you. I can share my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
No, not yet. Okay, okay. I'm gonna
You
just
see,
do
this
these.
was on first take.
Yep,
Can you see? Two
yep.
semi-final games played up 40 points. Those winners and lost a final game. Expected to be three All-Star teams of 8 players. Three. How do you have two semi-finals with three teams? That's what's quite
Thank
like.
you.
Like how? How is that possible? Of 8 players each and the rising. Oh wait, hold up. Maybe the fourth team is the Rising Stars game winner. Yes,
Okay, okay. So
yes.
technically, you're bringing in the Rockies too. Okay, okay.
Yeah, you're bringing the
Uh,
Rockies for the Rising Stars winner. That makes
that's gonna
sense.
be fun. That's gonna
That's
be
gonna
really
be fun.
fun. Yeah,
Because if the Rising Stars beats like one NBA All-Star team and they go to the finals, they will actually want to win like the final of the other NBA team. You
exactly,
know?
exactly.
Yeah. But we know Steven has suggested that we need to play like USA versus Europe, something like that. That's
They
what he
tried
suggested.
it. They did try it, but it didn't work out, man.
It
It
did,
just
right? It wasn't it
Yeah,
like
because I
Team
mean,
USA
you
and
just gotta have Luca doing the slow thing and Joker just
then Yoka and then
making the ball.
Yanis.
it's just not gonna work well. But maybe they might do it after this fails. But I feel like this is a better way of doing it than the Europe versus America, because at the end of the day, these players might be proud of where they come from, whether be defending the US or Europe, but they're still like really like just we get a lot of
Yeah,
money
I mean,
and
you need to give them a
the rate.
motivation. Bro. You need to give them a
Yeah.
motivation. The good thing about the rookies is that they actually want to put their name out there because the game is on national
Mm-hmm.
television. That's a good thing. And you talked about this the whole time that you need to bring something
Yeah.
like a rookie thing, because they want to put their names out there. Problem is that the NBA players are like going to be like low key, like
But I
but
don't think they would want to be beaten by the Rockies. I think the final game will be way crazier because look,
yeah,
maybe
we just
they're
have to hope that rookies go through the
yeah,
final.
but maybe they're what do you call it? Okay, so if they don't go through, that means the games were good, right? Think about it, right? If they don't go through, that means they had a hard time going through, which means the other
Yeah,
teams were playing really good. So that's a
because
good thing.
you're gonna have people like Zach Edey, Dalton Connect, Jared McCain. You know,
Wemby's.
McCain, wait, they don't love me like I love you.
It's crazy because the rising stars is very interesting. Like even sophomores, they are not
Yeah,
just
even
freshmen,
suppose.
but they are also rising stars, right? So it's
Yeah,
gonna be interesting to see how it's built. Lots of script, but we can't wait to see it. It's better
we
than
just
last year.
yeah, definitely. I don't know if you watch it, but I will not watch it. You will tell me what happens because I'm not
I
convinced.
think that
Maybe we need to get like a freaking incentive, like the winners will get like $500,000 each. Now people are playing for money, and
I
now the
mean,
rookies,
look, you telling Paul George who gets, I mean, Jason
yeah,
Tatum
like
who gets
LeBron.
four
LeBron
hundred
makes that in like
something.
one quarter, so he's not gonna, like LeBron is a freaking
Maybe let's
billionaire.
say maybe let's say that the money that everyone who wins the team gets, that money will go to GD Go rookie players of their team, right? Instead of them. I feel like they'll be more interested for showing up for their teammates than actually
Yeah,
playing for their own money.
their own money because they were doing this whole thing of a charity. Apparently, per score, if you win a quota, you get like 1,000 for each like charitable organization they're representing. But then they didn't really care about that for some reason
Let
because
me
at the end of
ask
the
you
day,
something,
they were
Malcolm.
getting like money anyways. The charity organizations.
Bro, you don't even know where these charities are. But if you know real people, like there is a cause,
Yeah,
right? You put in a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Like LeBron, that didn't just win for winning. He got the bag for his players, right? The same like during the in-season
the in
tournament.
season.
If you can
Yeah,
do the same thing, kind of like, because now it's gonna be more
again,
like, hey,
like
Jason
Ronnie.
Tatum, you gotta go win that thing, because hey, man, we right here, we waiting for you, man. Like yo, right? So it's more like finding ways to get them motivated more. That because they don't really money is good, but come on, they
Man, bro,
get a
it's
lot.
just one game, and if you're gonna get injured anyways, you actually more likely to get injured during the season because you're playing like 2 games, like 3 games every week, and you're having 2 freaking weeks to chill for the All Star break, and you cannot say you're scared of getting injured. Like I just don't understand that excuse, man. Like you gotta give us something more. I hope they do it. I hope they do it. But we don't wanna waste your night here. Thank you guys for joining us. We will see you soon. Today is and for those in the US, enjoy your Thanksgiving break, the best holiday in the nation. Go eat some turkey. And update us how it went. But thank you guys for following us. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to follow, to share, to comment, and to enjoy. That's the most important thing about the podcast. If you're a basketball fan, thank you guys for following us once again, and thank you, Claret, and I will see you soon. Good night from me.
Good night from me too. We like to say it.
Bye.
Bye bye.